Hey guys, bonus reading time. So we're going to do a Celtic Cross for the Divine Masculine. I actually had somebody ask me to do a reading who happens to be a Divine Masculine. Also asked me to record it and post it. So with that said, we shall commence. We're going to do a Celtic Cross. So I always forget the exacts of Celtic Cross, so I'm going to cheat and use a little cheat sheet template. But here we go. We're going to have our guest come and pick 3 piles so that we, or not, if our subject would love to join us over here. We've got Ace of Cups, 4 of Pentacles. So somebody's looking for a new beginning in love and is very protective over their money. That's just the energy that we're in. I'm going to shuffle 3 times. I'm going to lay out 3 piles, and I'm going to need you to pick 1 pile, please. I don't often do personal readings, but, you know, hey, why not? 2 and 1 more. Okay. 1, 2, 3. 3. Here we go. 2 of Swords in the reverse is the current situation. So 2 of Swords in the reverse is, in the upright, it's not wanting to make a decision. It's being torn in several directions and just kind of burying your head in the sand. When the 2 of Swords is upright, it actually speaks more to balance. Any of the 2s, whether it's Swords, Wands, Cups, any of those, they always speak to balance. So this card in the reverse, your current situation, so you've got some balance issues happening. It's confusion, and it's feeling overwhelmed. What is crossing that situation is the 7 of Wands. 7 of Wands is boundaries. This is keeping your bubble of protection around you in a healthy way. There is one part of your life that you are having an issue with. You have balanced boundaries, good protection, healthy relationships everywhere other than one. This is the one that we've been working on. This is the one that, if you watch my daily readings, we got this early on in our reading last week too. The 7 of Wands it's boundaries. That's what it means. And there's one particular boundary that you're just having a hard time with. It's the end of this cycle. If we can get past that, we can move on to all new cycles. So let's see what, and this is where I get lost in my little Celtic Cross. So we have the Queen of Wands in the reverse and the 3 of Pentacles. So the Queen of Wands in reverse is boredom. It is a lack of excitement. It is having to wait for those seeds that you planted to come in. And the time between planting and harvesting can be a long, boring, dull wait. It's not exciting. You don't see the growth every day. You don't get to see even flowers, right? So you got to wait at least the season after planting to see the results of the work that you put in. Doesn't make the work any less valuable. It just means that you have to wait. So you're in that in-between kind of limbo waiting period. And I feel like this is not helping your 2 of Swords or your boundaries. Maybe that's what Spirit is giving you time to do. All the work that you've put in, there's a period of rest before that comes to fruition, and it's giving you time to make these decisions, create this balance, and fix this one last thing to close out this cycle. The 3 of Pentacles in the upright is the recent past, and that is the, I'm cheating. Don't laugh at me, guys, I'm cheating. Two of Pentacles. I don't get this card very often. Skill, quality, craftsmanship, teamwork, home repairs. So, this looks like mom, dad, and a kid to me, and it also looks like a street light. She's pointing at the red light. Mom's not really paying attention, and dad's doing his best to play with her, humor her. I'm not sure. Either way, it's I see like caution signs here. I see. It says skill and craftsmanship, home repairs, but I'm not seeing that in this particular deck. The cheat sheet I'm using is for Rider-Waite. And I feel like this is more about focusing on, everybody doing their job, right? Let mom be the mom, let dad be the dad, and the kid just gets to have an imagination and play. And it looks like mom and dad have both collaborated on giving her something to play with. At any rate, I do feel it's a sense of community, a sense of family, and that may be something that you are working towards or coming from. Either way, the child's face is not viewable, right? And it looks like her left hand is missing. It seriously does, guys. Look, check this out. I'm not even joking. There's no hand there. Where's her flipping hand? She's hiding something. Her left hand is hidden. Obviously it's there, right? But we can't see it. It's clearly there because she's playing. Dad's pretty forward facing, both hands showing. Mom's got her back to us, but you can still see both her hands. Yeah, that's weird that she has no hand and not showing her face. So she's maybe feeling something, some type of way, I guess is how they say it. But that's been the recent past. So whatever is hidden, as we all know, always comes to light. The truth always comes out. And when we bury those things, we have a tendency to make them bigger in our minds than they truly are. They tend to take on a life of their own, and without resolving or speaking about them, trying to resolve them, they can seem overwhelming and insurmountable. And I feel like that's where she's headed in that regard. So the near outcome of our current here, if I can get one to fall. I feel like the delay is the fact that it's up to you. You guys know how I read. Okay, so the Hierophant. You need to go within and really, it's the number 5 card. Go within and find laughter again. Find joy. Connect with yourself. Connect with your spirit guides. Have some fun. He's got no shoes on. He's just chilling. He's doing some yoga, some meditation. He's got a spiritual practice that he's working on. Hierophant is usually like the Pope or some sort of authority figure. And the reason I like this deck is because the authority figures, kings, queens, etc., they never look like their part, right? He doesn't need to prove to anybody he is who he is. And right now he's just climbing the steps to his bliss, one step at a time. He's not even worried about that staircase. He knows it's there. It's going to be there. It's not going anywhere. And he needs to take care of himself. Find his passion. Find his joy. Get back to basics, I feel like this is saying. We'll cheat and see what the cheat sheet says, if I was right. But the Hierophant, a religious ceremony, right? Fitting traditions. He doesn't look like a traditional religious guy to me. I don't know. Call me crazy, guys. What do you think? He's definitely not traditional. But maybe you're holding on too tight to those traditions. Maybe you're holding on too tight to those rules and structure that you were taught by people who didn't know any better. parents, grandparents, aunts, uncles, authority figures, even priests in your church. They all can only give you the information that they themselves have been taught. And they all had your best interest at heart, and they did the best that they could with the information that they had at the time. And those of you that watch my daily readings, I know I sound like a broken record when I say that, but it is my favorite saying, because I tell you what, it is the God's honest truth. I had to make those resolutions with my own upbringing, and it provides a level of relief because there's no blame, right? And when we can get to a point where we don't blame anyone and we can see the true divine nature of everyone, that is when we raise our vibration. That is when we can move into the new world. That is when we can literally feel, know, and give unconditional love. Because you cannot give unconditional love or light when you're still holding on to darkness, right? You just can't. We live in the world of duality. We're trying to get to the world of unity, and there is no darkness there. So we got to let go of those darkness things. So anyway, moving on. 7 of Cups in the upright. 7 of Cups it looks to me like a decision. There's a snake under one of them and a ladder on 2 of them, and a river coming out of the 4th one. It's got a lot of choices here. There's a bat in there too. He's nervous about making this choice. He's wearing a blue shirt that speaks to me of his throat chakra. So what is he holding in? What are you not saying that you need to say? What truth are you not speaking that you need to speak? And how is that affecting your decisions? When we don't speak our truth, we're not honest with people, then we're not being honest with ourselves. And when we make these decisions, we make them based on what we think people would approve of. And I think that's what our current here is doing. He is definitely worried about the decision that he's making. He's emotional. He's got a lot of commitment, maybe commitment issues. Doesn't really want to decide, or wants to keep all his options open. And we're back. Sorry about that little interruption there. So, this is, 7 of Cups. That's where we were. Too many choices, commitment issues. Normally this can speak about abuse. You know, you can see here he's got like a black eye, right? He's not even concerned at all about that, not paying attention to it. When we don't deal with those kind of things, they will come back to haunt us. They will come back to make us and force us to deal with these things. If we want any of this to go away, this boring, this indecision, these boundaries, this girl with no hand, I mean, we've got to go within. We do have a major arcana, which means you are on a major life cycle right now. Deal with this stuff, guys. Decide what you want and make a commitment and just do it. Even if you choose wrong, you can always go back and choose something else. You're not locked in for the rest of your life on any decision that you make, except for being a parent. There's no wrong choices. Even the wrong choices will lead us to something beautiful in the end. Trust and have faith in that. And trust and have faith that you can build a support system in which to work these things through with. And find that. Find people you trust. Oh, how you see yourself. The Chariot. You see your light and your dark. You're very balanced in that regard. You like things to move very, very fast. And the Chariot actually is, in fact, a card representing Cancer. So you may, in fact, be a Cancer. But it's very fast-moving energy. It's knowing that you are the creator of your world and taking control of it. And almost, actually, you know what? Not taking control of it. Like, he's got nothing in his hands. Those horses are running wild. And it doesn't even look like they're connected to the Chariot. So really, how is the whole thing working? Is there things going on that you're just kind of hoping they're connected and not really. Have you checked? Have you double checked? Have you triple checked to make sure that things are all working the way they're supposed to work? Have you used caution? Have you thrown caution to the wind and gone and flown off the handle with things? Ask yourself that, because this energy is moving very fast. That's how you see yourself. The way other people see you, as a new seedling, tree, sapling, whatever. What's the word? Yeah, sapling, I think. They see that you have roots. They see that you have grown. They see your growth, and they're nurturing it, and they're trying to infuse some of their magic even to help the growth, but they know the roots are strong, right? So even the strongest storm that may fall upon our tree here is going to not knock it down, because his roots are very, very strong. You likely have a lot of relatives and ancestors that are helping you. I feel like this is actually ancestors, because we got this magic here. Ancestors are definitely looking down on you and blessing you. And I'm not even sure if you're seeing it, because his eyes are closed here. You have so many resources available to you, and you can't see them. They're under the surface. They are there. They are definitely seeds that were planted. And again, this is patience. You got to have patience. You know, this isn't going to be how it works for your happily ever after. You need to plant a seed and nurture it and water it, and don't overwater it and don't underwater it, and take care of it, and it will yield the fruit that you're looking for. Your hopes and fears are the Page of Wands. So I feel like you're afraid of having fun. I mean, she's having a ball here. And pages are usually messengers. They're bringers of messages. So what message could she possibly have received to put her in this mood? She is trying to maybe start a new project. She has a new idea. Maybe she's a student. Maybe she's going to go back to school. Maybe she's not really sure what she's going to do, but she knows whatever she does, it is going to be fun. She's definitely doesn't have a care in the world. And her magic wand is not even in her hand. She trusted it herself enough to throw it up and catch it with her backhand without even looking. And she knows she can. She's got all the confidence in the world and knows that it doesn't matter. Doesn't matter what good, what bad happens. It can all work out when you have faith. And I think that's what you're maybe afraid to have faith, afraid to have fun. Are you afraid to close your eyes and trust? We've got 2 outcome cards for you that flew out. You got the 6 of Cups. This is nostalgia. This is your family. This is balance. This is thinking about your childhood and reminiscing on the path that you took to get where you're at. It's very emotional. He doesn't look particularly happy or unhappy, but he's definitely meditative. He is definitely considering the road that he was on, that he started out with the little puppy there, and the shoes that were bigger than he was, and ends up much the same, right? He's wearing jeans and a flannel, just like he did when he was little. You know, his core, for the most part, is the same. He's got some work boots instead of sneakers, so he kind of grew up a little bit. And the dog there looks a little less playful. They've definitely been through the ringer together, but they're nostalgic, and they got where they got. You know, they're friends, they're buds. This is maybe a reunion. Maybe it's reconciling with the past, and maybe remembering when puppy was little, when everybody was playful, when they had no responsibilities. That's a good outcome card. I mean, you're going to feel nostalgic, and you're going to appreciate where you're at. And you also have the King of Swords, which is amazing. So the King of Swords is our bold leader. He is powerful. He moves quick, and he's very strategic. And this is the card that I love because he uses his wisdom. He uses his spirit guides, angels and ancestors. He listens to the messages he's getting, and he considers everything before making that decision, but he still makes it quick, and he sticks by it. Even if it's the wrong decision, he sticks by it. And he doesn't have to tell anybody he's a king. There's no crown. There's no suit of armor. His sword is not poised in an aggressive manner, but it's there if he needs it. This is the confidence in knowing that whatever decision you make, you'll stand by it and have faith that things are going to work out. I never noticed before, guys. Look at this in the card. He's got a whole family down there, an entire family of resources. I had heard once upon a time that, even the Queen of England has astrologers, and if you think about it, the president has his council of advisors, right? This guy doesn't make decisions alone, and he doesn't have to even tell anybody that he has this council. But he's definitely smart enough to keep those people that know better than him around to advise him. So that's the outcome. I do see that it's going to get better. We have to get through this muck here to appreciate it. It's going to be boring. It's going to suck. It's going to be boundary setting. It's going to be a lot of internal dialogue, changing, and meditation, and healing, and nurturing. And once you do all that, look how fast it'll move. It'll move very, very fast. You'll have some fun again. And then you can look back with nostalgia and know that you moved from this playful little kid to the king. I mean, you are the king. It's amazing. Beautiful. Well, that's our divine masculine. He's going through some shit, guys. So give him a break, all right? Give him a break. Let him figure it out. Let him set some boundaries, and maybe just stand back and nurture, give him some love. Just give him some love and some patience, and he'll be good. All right, guys, that's it. We'll talk tomorrow.